All right, last video, we just got the first cross section of the tail or the nose there, that straight line, 9.5 inches, with the midpoint stuck to that point. We're going to do the same thing up here. So it looks like my sketch is still open for that one, so I'm going to hit Finish Sketch. Okay, and then I'm going to put another copy of this plane. I'm going to offset that plane up to here. So I'm going to go to Construct, Offset Plane, and then I'm going to select that plane. And then instead of distance, do object and do it up to that point. Okay, and now the plane is down here, but it really cuts through there. I'm gonna hit OK. And if you wanted to see that, you can just drag that plane out. You can drag the corners out and say, oh yeah, that actually does cut through that point. Okay, so from here I'm going to draw that 9.5. I'm going to draw a sketch on here, 9.5 inches long with the midpoint stuck to that point. So let's try it. So right click, create sketch. Okay, and then get the line tool out, either type L or just grab it from there. Make sure it's a horizontal line. So it's 0 degrees. I'm going to type in 9.5, hit enter. Okay, and then I'm going to get my midpoint constraint, and it's that top point that I want to go to. So I'll see if I can click on that and then click on the line. And there you go, it snaps it to it. It turns black because it's fully defined. There's nowhere else it can go. Hit the escape key to let go of that midpoint constraint. Hold the shift key, hold the mouse scroll wheel, zoom around. Okay, I'm done with that sketch. I'm going to hit Finish Sketch. And now we're done with all of our profile sketches, I believe. We should be able to use a tool to have these profiles connect to each other using that center point as a path. So let's go ahead and try that. It's going to be a surface. We're going to make a flat surface, or like a face, a paper thin item out of this. So we're going to come up to the top and click on Surface to get the surface tools. Okay, and then we want to do what's called a loft. So we're going to drop this down and create and grab loft. Okay, so now I think the things have to be in order in the boxes. So the first thing that connects to the second thing that connects to the third thing, that has to be in order. And the profiles are the items that are going to connect to each other. Excuse me. And the box down here is going to be the path that we're going to take. So actually, we're not going to use guide type. We're going to use center line because this is the center line. That's the path that we're going to follow along. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to be in profile, so we'll click on that arrow there to get it highlighted. So we're working, it's going to populate this box. Let's start with the middle one, and we want to select all the pieces of it. So the outside arc, the two inside flat lines, and the outside arc, that makes up that first one. Okay, and then we just come down here and do the same thing. The arc, the middle lines, outside line there. Oop, got to grab that middle one. There we go. Okay, but they got confused, so something went wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and that's highlighted. I'm going to delete that. Delete that. I think they got out of order, so that's maybe what happened. So make sure I select that one and that one. Okay. If you have a problem, you can just make sure it's highlighted. Whatever one's highlighted, you want to get rid of it, hit the X. Okay, so I'm going to go to here. This one's just one solid line. It's not made up of segments, so this should be easier. I'll just click on that. And then the next one will be this one up here. Okay, so if I look at this, yeah, it's kind of looking skateboardy, or half of a skateboard. But if I orbit around, you see it's not following that line. It's all kind of just doing what it wants to organically. So what I want to do is I want to come down here to the center line area. I'm going to click on this arrow so we can start selecting our center line. So we'll select that first long piece. Okay, and then we're going to select the curve here. And then hopefully once we select this last straight piece, it'll all fill back in. So there we go. So that's kind of like a flat paper thin piece of our skateboard. And we're going to leave it like that for now. And we will come back to making actually 3D and getting both sides in the next video or two. Okay, so I'm going to hit OK because that looks all right at a glance. And we'll end that for now.